Everyone, so welcome back to Daily Web Coding. So in today's video, we're going to build the React UI components with Tailwind. So this is what the demo look like. So as you can see, we have the login screens that that you can do it with login Google's, or you can use it with Gmail. So you can see right here. And this is where you can sign up. And also if you want to sign in, you can click right here. There will be a nice smooth animation for this one. So you can see you can switch between these two. So in this video, we're gonna build this one, just the UIs only. And all right, so let's get started. All right, so here I'm using VS Code, so you can use any target that you want. And right now, this is just a boilerplate from Create React Apps. And as you can see on the right, so first we're gonna remove all of the dependency that we are not needed. So let's do that. So first is app.css. We're not gonna use this one. The test right here. Oh no. So the test. And for the logo and for this tree file, we are not interested for in our example right here. And then also you need to remove this one, otherwise it's gonna crash. Go back into the app.css.js. I'm gonna erase everything, and I'm gonna change this one to the h1 of hello world. Cool. So right now, as you can see on the right, we have the hello world. So next is we going to set up our Tailwind. So first you can go into the Tailwind guideline right here, which is this is for Next.js, but we can apply this one to React as well, because Next obviously is React. And first you need to install this tree dependency. You can just copy this one, but I'm just gonna copy this one because I am using Yarn, and that's why I'm not gonna copy everything. So I'm gonna do Yarn add this one. So all right, so once that's done, you to initial the Tailwind with a React project or Next.js is gonna be really simple. What you have to do, you can just copy this command right here, and then you can just paste, and it's gonna generate us the two file, which is the post CSS right here and the Tailwind configs. But for my use case, and what I like to do is for the Tailwind config, I like to generate it with full. So I don't like to use a partial of it. So like I'm gonna do like full right here. And so as you can see right here, I get everything. And so this is like give me an example. And if I want to update, it's gonna be really easy. I just this for my personal things. So next is we going to see the content right here. You can just copy everything inside the content, and I'm gonna explain what is that. So go back in the content right here and hit save. So the content right here is that allow Tailwind to know that, hey, which file from which folder that require Tailwind to modify or like access, Tailwind can access. So if you could put page component right here, so only the file that inside the page and component that, so Tailwind will apply to those only. Let's say our file right here right now using the source right here, it's one apply. So to see that, first you need to copy this tree line, go to index.css, and I'm gonna remove this one and I paste this one right here. If we go back in here, nothing changed. So it's our Tailwind is not set up yet. But the reason is because this one. So let's say if I change this one to source, right now if I refresh this one, it still not works. The reason I think we have to close our server and we need to rerun it again. Okay, so okay, strange. Let's run this one again. So the reason that we have this one is because I have run another server, and right now our local host will be 301, not 305. Okay, so right now you can see it changed. So make sure that if you put everything inside source, you can just do something right here. Okay, great. Right now, I'll set our Tailwind ready. So let's code our UI right here. All right, so first, as you can see at the back right here, we have like the backgrounds, and then we have this one. So we code this one start from our small apps. So that's what we will do. So right now for the our background, this right here, I'm gonna give a class name. So BG, it is going to be indigo 900. So that is the color. It should be indigo. And then we want to give the height of this one to the screen. Cool. And then for our H1 right here, we're gonna give so we're gonna wrap this one with a div. And for this one, we're gonna give like a background of this one to white. Okay, very nice. And for the width of this one, for the smaller screen, we want it to be full. But on the larger screen, we're gonna focus on responsive later. And I'm gonna give the margin of this one to 2. All right, so right now it seems like we got a scrolling problem, but it's all right. So the next thing is we want to put this one inside to the center of the screen. So to put a div inside the center, there's different way. So the one way that I like is use flex and justify content center, and next is item center. So you can see right now our div right here is put the center, and then let's give it a width of this one to full. Great. Okay, so now we need to do like the title, and then we're gonna do this 3 right here. So let's do that. So the H1 right here, I'm gonna change this one from hello world to welcome back. Okay, and then we're gonna give this one to class to text to center, and we're gonna have like a little bit margin T10, and the MB should be the 10 as well. And the font for text is gonna be 3XL, and then the font for this one is gonna be bold. All right, cool. All right, so we are done with this one. I think welcome. Oh, this one I said like I misspelled this one, so you can see welcome come back. Okay, so right now we are done with this one, and then we're gonna move on to our button right here. So let's do that. So our button, let's go this one, and then it's gonna be continue with Google. Same thing for this one. We need to put this one inside the center of the screen. So you can literally put everything inside the center. You can just use this one and do put it inside the center. You can do just flex, justify center, and you can do flex call for this one. Cool. Right now, what we need to put this one is gonna be like a full screen as well for the button. So I'm gonna give like a class names. Oops, not this one. Gonna be class names. The width is gonna be full, and the BG is gonna be blue 500. All right. So and we gonna have like a space between this two. So what I like to do is I'm gonna do this one P5. And yeah, so right now, and then this one is gonna be py5. It's gonna be padding of this one. The rounded, this one gonna go to MD, and the tag is gonna be white. Okay, and for the fonts of this one, what I think I'm gonna use it. Okay, cool. So right now we're gonna put a default font, and voila. We're close to this one, and let's give it a space below this one. I'm gonna give like the MB to 10 as well. So you can see we gonna give like a separate space between, it's like an equal space. Okay, next is we gonna have this one right here. So to achieve this one, I use the crit. So this is like the crit call 1, 2, and 3. So let's do that. So first I'm gonna have one div. And inside another div, it should be another div, and it's supposed like to have 2 div, and then we're gonna have like 1 paragraph that's gonna be with email. Right, you can do with email. And for this one, what we can do is we're gonna give a class name. Oops, I'll do it again. Class name for gonna be crit, and then we're gonna do crit with the column 3. And so next is we wanted to have like a gap between these two. Is a gap of 2. So right now we need to add the value of this one, so otherwise we not gonna see this one. So let's do the okay, I'm gonna give a class name. Oops, what did I do? I'm gonna give a class name for this. So for this is gonna be width to full and height to 1. All right, so it seems like we are not seeing this one. We're gonna do bg gray to 300. All right, I think it's gonna be 300. All right, so it's all right. So it's on top right here. I'm gonna copy this one as well. So and then for this one, we're gonna do class text center, and also the font size is gonna be text to LG. Cool. So what is this problem right here right now? It seems like it's not gonna do. We can do a line top, I guess. It's one work, right? Cool. So the other way that I can do is instead of do this with a div, I do it with a span instead. So I do span right here, and I'm gonna copy everything that you see right here and to down below. So we're gonna have like a class name of this one, and then let's see, and then we need to do block as well, otherwise it won't work. And to make this one into center of the or, you can see we're gonna do flex, and you can just do item center. So right now it's gonna center this one, so I can just copy, and then I'm gonna paste this one. So right now we having achieved this one, and then I need to do the MB to MB for this one to 10 as well. A little space below. Cool. Right now we finished this one. The next thing is we're gonna create this component. This is gonna be sign up. So you can see we have like 2 different components for this 2. So first we're gonna build just everything inside here first, and then we're gonna split the component later. Okay, great. So to do that, let's do this. So below here, I'm gonna wrap this one inside another div, and then we can have like a form. So scene of this one is a form, right? And inside here, we're gonna have first is gonna be a label with an email. Let's check it out. There you go. So we got the label emails, and then we got the input. Okay, and you might not see it yet, so let's give it like a placeholder. So it's gonna be example@gmail.com, something like this. All right, so right now, as you can see, it's flex below that. So I want like to do is get flex, and then we're gonna do flex call. So it's gonna have like the stack on top of each other, and to give it a little space between this one, we can just gap to 5. Cool. And for our input, we can do our class name with the border of this one. It's gonna be 2. And we need to do a little bit of space inside. It's gonna be py to 3, so the height of it, and the inside the px is gonna be 2, so you can see we have this space right here. And then we're gonna give the border radius is gonna be rounded. There you go. Right now everything is ready, and we want to remove the focus outline to none. So we're gonna focus outline. I think it's gonna be outline to none. Great. So right now when we focus, we do not see this one. So we can just copy this. Can just copy this once again, and we do once again. This one is gonna be password, and then the type of this one is gonna be equal to password. This one is gonna be confirms password, And also the type of this one is gonna be password as well. And for the example, you can just paste password, and also for this one we can just paste password as well. Great. So right now we having this one, so there you go, so you can see. And the last one is gonna be button, another button. So for the button right here, you can just copy from here. I want to have this one with the same size. And for the only difference between this one is I'm gonna change the color to green 500, and the value inside here is gonna be sign up instead. Great. Right now we are done with this one. There you go. Okay, so next is we're gonna have like the text below here. So first for this form, I'm gonna give like the MB of this 1 to 10. Give it a little bit of space. And for the value for this one below the form is gonna be a paragraphs that, let's say, if don't have already have account and accounts, go to sign in. Okay, and then we're gonna give class name of this one to text to center, and I would like to give like a MB of this one to 10 as well. There you go. So I think that's already almost wrap it up. So, and then for the sign in right here, we're gonna do, I guess, a span for this, and then we can cut this one, and then we can give a class of text to blue 500, and then we can do underline right here. There you go. And then you can give like a cursor for this one to pointer. All right, voila. So right now I think our UI is finished, and all right, so it's almost complete. The next thing is what we wanted to do is we want to have like to switch between these two right here. All right, so both is gonna be a little stretch between the two. And if we on the larger screen is not responsive yet, we're gonna focus on that later. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this component right here, basically this div right here, into one component, so that we can easily let's say easily do this. So I'm gonna cut this one, and then I'm gonna create the components, and then it's gonna be sign up.js, and then I'm gonna do OFC, and then I can just in here I paste it right here. Oops, what happened? Okay, cool. This one, and then I can just copy another one, and then I can do sign in.js, because sign in and sign up it's gonna be similar. Oh, okay. What is this? All right, cool. So we got email. So the only thing that we need to get rid of is the confirm right here. And for the message is gonna be not already have an account. It's gonna be doesn't have account yet. Done have an account yet, and then we're gonna go into sign up. Cool. And then inside the app right here, you can choose import either sign in or sign up. So I'm gonna do the sign up first. You attempt to import sign up which outside of the project relative. Let's see. I guess. So let's actually do this one then. Maybe like the components, it's first outside, and that is the reason why. Okay. Cool. So right now we have our sign ups component, and then we're gonna do the toggle between these two. So then we're gonna wrap this two inside, and then we're gonna have like to have like a sign in component inside here as well. So right now it's gonna be as you can see, it's become like this, and then we need to fix it. So to do with this one is first of all we can style this one. So I'm gonna give like a prop to this one. It's gonna have like class name. Okay, class name, and then we can pass it to this one. So then we can modify the class name of this one easily. Oops. Class name, and it's gonna be same thing for this one. And then we can have a class name. Okay, so first we can do is to make this one as like align it side by side. So which is what we can do is we can give this one, rather than block, we can the inline block, and also for this one as well, it's gonna be inline block, both of them. Great. And so then we need to put this one inside side by side. So to do that, we can do white space, no wrap. And right now, as you can see, both of this one is side by side, and we want to each of this one is gonna take like the width to full, and also this one is also with full as well. So right now, as you can see, we have a little bit of space with not space. I mean, like put this one side by side, but we can still see this one. And so the next thing is we can do overflow to hidden. So right now, as you can see, when this one hidden, it's gone. That one is the sign in is gone, and so we need to click on this one, and the sign in should be appear here, and the sign up should be hidden. So to do that, we can create a state first. It's gonna be switch auth. I'm gonna call this one set switch auth. And then it's gonna be equal to use state, and oops, for state right here we're gonna do fall. All right, hello. Okay, so now whenever we click on the switch auth, it's going to switch between the auth, and then we're gonna change style of this one. So all right, so let's do that. So first we're gonna pass the component, this one, to the each of the two component right here. Okay. And come back here. You will receive this one, and also this one it's the same thing. And inside here, whenever this one on click, we're gonna call the switch auth right here with the value of the, so right here we're gonna have like a value, and then we can choose do not value, and then you can just copy this one, you go to sign up, and then it's gonna behave the same. So right now, whenever this one click, it's gonna trigger the switch auth right here. So what we need to do is we need to transform and translate this one. So let's do that. So first we're gonna do this one. So we're gonna do dynamic class of this one. Oops. Here, and we do this one. So when we switch the auth, if we are not switching, I mean, like if it's false, so we want it to stay right here for the sign up, we want it to stay, but when it switch, we want it to move to the left. So the condition is going to be, let's say I wanted to switch auth. If it's switch auth, we want to translate X right here, which is full, but we want it to go to minus. So this way it's gonna go to another way around. L, it's gonna stay there. So it's gonna be 0, and you don't have to do this one. Okay. So if I click right here right now, So you can see it's gone. And then we want this one to come into the place. So it's gonna be similar to this one. I'm gonna just copy the entire right here. Oops. And right now, so as you can see right here is when we click. So if I click again, so you can see it switched between the two, but there's no animation or anything. So just let's do that. So it's gonna do transitions. Okay, transitions all. We're gonna do it for, we need to do it for both of it. And so you can see it right here, it switched between the two, and you can add the duration. So let's say duration you want as like 1 second and something like that. Cool. All right, now if you click, there you go. There you go. So, and right now you can see this one at the bottom. So we wanted to move it to the top. So you can do the align of this one to top. So it will move to the top. So right now, if you click, it swap between these two. Okay. That's good. That's looking good to me. So I think that's pretty much it. So right now, what we need to do is we need to for the larger screen. It's really simple. So you do width full right here. From the SM up, we can just do width 96, and that should be it. And right now, if I came here, so right now, it looks something like this. All right, so I guess that's pretty much it for this video, and I hope that you learned something from this one, and I will leave the code in the descriptions, and hopefully you like it, and don't forget to subscribe and share it to your friends. And if you have any suggestion or you have anything, please feel free to comment down below.